I'm currently in Vlora, Albania, and today I'm going to be eating only Albanian food for 24 hours. I've got a list of foods, but there are some that I have no idea how to find, or honestly how to even pronounce, so we'll see if I can find them. The most famous breakfast food in Albania is byrek, which is a savory pie made with pastry. It's eaten as a snack, an appetizer, or breakfast, and is usually filled with cheese, spinach, or meat. You'll find it in many different shapes and all over Balkan countries. Today I'm going to my local fërgesë, which is my attempt at saying bakery in Albanian, which is probably wrong, but you can correct me in the comments. Here's the size. I got spinach because spinach is my favorite one. It was 60 lek, by the way, which is around the price that I've seen around town, so pretty normal. Here you can see inside all the spinach. It's like a light pastry with spinach inside. I love pastry-based foods. That's spinach byrek. Excuse me if I have spinach in my teeth, but that was the best one I've had the entire time I've been here. I've had a lot of byreks in the center of the city, but this one's a little bit closer to home. So when you come here I'm on Lungomare. You don't actually have to come to Albania or the Balkans to try byrek. I grew up in Canada and we used to have it every single Saturday. We would buy it from the grocery store. You can probably find it at your local grocery store. My mom and I actually ended up learning how to make spinach pie as well, although we had a Greek recipe, so it was slightly different, but absolutely delicious. So trust me, I'm not a chef and it's really, really easy to make, so you can make it at home. Now, as delicious as that byrek was, it's not quite enough to hold us over for lunch, so I'm going to head over to the city center to a traditional Albanian restaurant where we'll be able to try many different foods, traditional foods, so I'll see you there. The first item I tried was speca mbushura, which is stuffed peppers with rice and is popular all over Albania. The rice is like creamy and tomatoey and nice. I've seen at other places they have rice and meat as well, which I feel like would be really delicious, but this is really good too. Lightly seasoned. It's not overpowering, but it's really tasty. The second item I tried for lunch was qofte, which is grilled, baked, or fried meatballs made from beef, chicken, lamb, or pork. They're popular throughout the Balkans as well as the Middle East. When eaten at restaurants, they usually look like this, which is what I think of when I think of qofte. But in Albanian homes, they cook it the way this restaurant did, served with tomato sauce. Next thing we're going to try is this meatball. It smells really good, so I'm excited to try it. Looks beautiful inside. Looks nicely seasoned. That's really, really good. This sauce is nice. It's nice. The meat just tastes like creamy. I don't know how to explain it. I want to try a little bit of this meat, what that would be like with the pepper, because I feel like that would go really nicely together. Some rice, some meat, some pepper. Oh, that's good. That's really good together. Altogether, lunch was 600 lek, which is $6.30 USD. All right, so that food was great. Since I'm already here in the center of the city, I do have some errands to run. So I think I'm gonna get into that and I'll show you a little bit around the center. We won't go too deep in, just to do a few things, but I'll show you what I can. These yellow fruits have started to grow over the past week. It's a little high for me to reach. I'm gonna jump. I jumped. I know I should wash it, but I'm not going to. Kind of clean it off with my hands like this. It's kind of sour. I'd say it kind of tastes like a plum, but not as sweet. Alright guys, I am home. As you can see, nice views today. I'm not very hungry today. I don't know why. I've already had breakfast and lunch, I guess. I'm going to try to wait and work up an appetite so I can show you guys more foods. Because right now I'm not very hungry. I worked out this morning. I walked a ton. I thought I'd have a developing appetite here, but apparently not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work here for the next couple hours. I'm not on vacation in Albania. I do sort of live here. I'm a digital nomad. So I do have a little bit of work to do. I can't walk around eating all day. So I'm gonna do a little bit of work for a couple hours. hopefully work up an appetite, and then I will see you soon. Appetite is definitely back, so I'm headed out for dinner. There are a few things I want to try, and at the end of the day, it's going to come down to how hungry I am and how filling the dishes are. I'll try to get through as much as I can reasonably without being gluttonous. So I'll see you at the restaurant. Fërgesë is one of Albania's most traditional dishes. It consists of tomato sauce, cheese, peppers, and garlic. It's usually eaten with bread, which I didn't do because I didn't know and I was trying not to fill up on bread, but I should have eaten it with the bread. Either way, it did taste delicious on its own. Obviously, this didn't fill me up though, so I went in search for our mystery food. Alright, so I'm sitting here waiting for food and I basically got assaulted by a child. Let me just talk into this mic so you can hear me. So I see this lady, she's just walking by, so because we're here right by Lungomare. She's walking by and I've seen her before. I always see her in the center of the city and she's coming around here asking for money, but usually she's in the center of the city. And she's always chill and nice, so I didn't think there was any issue, and I kind of made eye contact with her and I said, yeah, like, come over here. And she sends her 2 kids. And she doesn't come over. All of a sudden, there are 2 kids here. So I just hand them what I was gonna give the lady anyway. Well, they're like trying to compliment me, I think, but obviously they don't speak English. So they're calling me a Barbie or whatever. And then I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And then I'll tell you in a second. Thank you. Anyway, so I just say thank you, whatever. And then this kid comes right at me, hand like on my boob. I'm like, through my shirt, obviously. But I was like, what's going on? But the waiters came in, removed him and his brother, I assume. And so we're all good. Nothing bad happened. It's just the kids. It's not a big deal. But yeah, that's my experience today. Anyway. Patëllxhanë mbushura is a popular dish in the summer months when aubergine is in season. The aubergines are cut in half, hollowed out, and filled with vegetables, meat, and spices, then baked in the oven. I saw pictures online of ones that have vegetables, meat, and cheese melted on top, which sounds absolutely delicious, but unfortunately, this one didn't have meat in it. Food is here. This is the dish I think I'm most excited for. Let me show you what it's stuffed with, actually. Looks like tomato. I'm not even sure. Let's just taste it, honestly, and find out. This tastes really similar to food that my mom makes. Grilled zucchini and vegetables, and this tastes sort of similar to that, in my opinion. She usually serves it with salmon. Very delicious. It's really nicely cooked. I don't really know what all is in it. I think it's like tomato, onion, pepper, for sure. I don't know if there's anything else in there. I kind of hoped that there would be meat in here. I feel like that would be nice. It still tastes really good though. This would be a great option if you're a vegetarian, by the way. Yeah, if you're a vegetarian, I think you've seen, a few options I've had today, if not all of them, except for the qofte, the meat, have been vegetarian, so lots of options for you. They did bring me some bread, and I haven't been eating bread all day because I haven't wanted to fill up on bread. But honestly, I don't think I'm filling up at all. I don't know if you're supposed to eat this with bread. There's no one else here, so if I look dumb doing this, no one's seeing me, at least. And these views while you eat, beautiful. Really doesn't get better than that. Dinner so far has been, number 1, a dish with vegetables and a little bit of feta. And then number 2, I thought the stuffed eggplants were going to have something a little bit more filling inside, like rice or meat. But it was just stuffed with vegetables, so that's why I ate the bread, because I'm just trying to fill up a little bit. But even still, that's not gonna do it for me for dinner. I'm heading over to my last spot. This meal is going to be a little bit more hearty. I saw some mixed reviews about it over a few YouTube videos and just online, so I'm a little bit apprehensive when it comes to this food, but I'm interested to try it. So this restaurant is super close to home. It's right there, and I live right there. I don't care if you guys know it now because I'm leaving soon. But yeah, super short distance, but it's the first time I'm going to this restaurant. It's funny because the guy asked me if I want to sit afuera or adentro, and they're playing Osuna in this Albanian traditional restaurant. I'm not sure what led him to ask me in Spanish because I didn't approach him in Spanish, but yeah. Anyway, I ordered the food. Very excited for you guys to see this. I'm very excited to try it, so let's see if it's good. Tavë kosi is lamb baked in yogurt and a popular lunchtime dish, though I did eat it for dinner. The yogurt is mixed with eggs and rice together with the meat. This is really hot. It does taste good though. They brought me bread, which I'm definitely going to eat. But yeah, it's I think it's just a bit of an acquired taste, to be honest. It's certainly not bad, but it's different. Let's put it that way. It's like baked yogurt with meat. And yeah, I don't know. I probably wouldn't get it again. It doesn't taste bad by any means. Maybe it's just not my type. I can think of people that would really like this. It's just not for me. I know some people put yogurt in their food a lot, and I always prefer food without yogurt. Like if it's a food you can put yogurt into, I always prefer not to put it in. But I'm gonna use this bread. I think that will make it a little bit better. I'm still gonna eat it, of course. It's not bad. It's like creamy. It's nice. It's just, I don't know. Now they're playing Rosalia here. I like it. I like the vibes. This is slightly better with bread. But yeah, I don't know. It's not my type. It's kind of like sour because they baked the yogurt. I still couldn't tell the guy I didn't like it. He was like, is it good? I was like, yeah, it's good. And then there's a bit left there. It was obvious I didn't like it, but it's okay. Hey, it is what it is. You're gonna try stuff. Some things you'll like, some things you won't like. Now I know I don't like that one, but at least I've tried it. So I'm gonna have a little dessert, not even because I'm super hungry. I mean, I'm not full because I didn't even finish that thing, but mainly because I want a different flavor in my mouth. So we'll see. We'll see what we find here. I have high hopes for this qofte, or I don't know how exactly you say it, but I've had it once before and it was really, at least once, and it was really good. So hopefully this lives up. Maybe I just set myself up for disappointment with that comment. It's not bad, but it's nowhere near as good as the other one that I had. So I definitely set myself up for disappointment expecting the other one. It's very syrupy. I feel like the one that I had tried had cheese inside, so maybe it was something else. Yeah, this thing is just breaking. I don't know. It's just syrup, so there's nothing to even it out, if that makes sense. Like I thought qofte had cheese inside. It's not bad at all. It's just not what I wanted. Anyway, the purpose was to get that taste out of my mouth, so mission accomplished. I figured out what went wrong with the dessert. I thought it was qofte, or however you say that, but it's qofte, which is a different thing, but looks somewhat similar. Anyway, that's what happened. But that's it for my day of eating Albanian food. I think my favorite was probably the stuffed peppers, the ones I had for lunch with rice inside. That was delicious, especially with a little bit of meat. If you mix that into the stuffing, absolutely delicious. And my least favorite was definitely the yogurt lamb casserole. It was just a weird taste, like baked yogurt alone in my food I'm not a big fan of, even when it's meant to go in there. And baked yogurt was a tad weird for me. I'm not saying for everyone, I'm not saying it's bad. For what it is, I think it's good. Like, I think the way they made it is the way it's supposed to be. It's a nice texture for the yogurt and everything. Not for me, I suppose. So that's all. Anyway, it's a fun day nonetheless. Let me know which of the foods I tried you'd want to try when you're in Albania. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. See you next Sunday.